Imagine a Canada where every major highway, port, hospital, and university was built without saddling our children with decades of interest-bearing debt. Back then, Ottawa tapped the Bank of Canada's power to extend near-zero-cost loans under Sections 25 and 26 of the Bank of Canada Act, a public-purpose funding tool that effectively returned any interest straight back to the Treasury. Those interest-free advances powered the Trans-Canada Highway, the St Lawrence Seaway, modern airports, seaports, and expansion of Medicare and post-secondary education, all without inflating Canada's debt burden. The total carry cost on the federal debt barely budged, even as nation-building projects march forward. Contrast that with today's model. Ottawa issues bonds into private markets at market rates, and Canadians now pay roughly $60 billion a year in interest just to service existing public debt. Money siphoned from classrooms, healthcare, and new infrastructure into bank coffers instead. Economically, interest-free central bank financing meant two critical advantages. First, fiscal flexibility. With minimal debt service costs, governments could allocate more to social programs, R&D, and regional development. Second, cost-efficient stimulus. Public capital expenditure didn't crowd out private investment because it wasn't financed at high market rates. Today's uncertainty, volatile bond yields, tight private credit conditions, and debt ceilings stands in stark relief. When markets tighten, the interest on new debt spikes, forcing austerity measures or tax hikes. In the 1950s, 70s by contrast, Canada enjoyed low and stable incremental borrowing costs, underpinning the post-war economic boom and a rapid catch-up in living standards. For beginners, think of it this way. In the old system, each new dollar of infrastructure cost only its face value to taxpayers. Under today's system, each dollar borrowed costs an extra premium, sometimes 2 to 3% annually, before you even lay a brick or pave a mile. Over decades, that difference compounds into hundreds of billions paid in interest rather than invested in people. Revisiting a Bank of Canada finance model would restore certainty and fiscal space. It isn't about magic money. It's about using a public, Crown-owned institution to fund public-purpose projects at the lowest possible cost. That stability and predictability would be a game-changer compared to the roller coaster bond markets of today. Understanding this history empowers Canadians to question why we abandoned a proven, interest-free mechanism when we face such economic uncertainty now. If you're new to public finance, remember, borrowing isn't inevitable. It's a policy choice. And Canada once chose the smartest, cheapest option to build the country we know today.